two intriguing artists here joining me here for Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Live 365, iHeartRadio today. Skiezy and Ayenkea and Big Hookz. Welcome back to the show. How's everything
Thank
going,
you, Mike.
guys?
Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks for
Thank you,
having us,
Mike.
man.
Of course, I checked out the new single, the Beri remix, Fire. I know it's been going crazy for you guys, so let's get it right into it now because it's collaborations, making some noise. It's doing a lot of numbers out there. So how did this collaboration come about?
I think I'm
Man,
gonna let Skizzy go on it, man. It's Skizzy's song. It's actually one of the single of his project. So I'm gonna just let him talk about it.
Mad Max, the collaboration just came in naturally, when two creatives who share same vision, same energy and everything, they come together and then something crazy just comes in. Like we never actually prepared for it. Like Big Hooks just heard the instrumental to the song and everything, and then he was able to list an amazing verse, and that was it. And and it was lit 100. So we just had to go on with it.
Fire. I could tell just right away as soon as that Big Hook sent me the single. I said, "Yeah, this is one of those ones for sure." You feel the dynamic duo that you guys have. Now, do you guys plan on getting
Yeah,
more into the studio and maybe potentially doing a project together because you have great
yeah,
chemistry?
For sure, Mike.
yeah, for
Mike,
sure, for
yeah,
sure. We got
got some
we
singles,
got a
man.
lot
Also got some
cooking.
work.
We got
She
a
got
lot
some
cooking.
work. Yeah, she got some things in the pipeline. We're working on like follow-ups for Barry, and it's crazy. It's gonna be more. It's I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but it's fire. And one of the banging
Yeah,
single is gonna be on my project because I'm planning to release two a deluxe album, one Afrobeat and one hip hop mixed with Afrobeat album, which shall be dropping sometime around my birthday, which is July 3rd. It's like one day before the Independence Day in the US.
Happy early birthday. I'm looking forward to the project. Like I said, you guys are a
yeah,
dynamic duo. I saw that from the reception online. I want to get
yeah.
when did you first two meet? Was it through online? How did you guys meet originally to lead us to where we're at
Yeah,
right now?
shout out to Fresh Gang. Fresh Gang is one of my artists. They like a group. Shout out to Slim Ralph. I met Skizzy through them. They're located in the UK. So they
Yeah.
been telling me about him, but I never met him. So I think 2 years, 3 years ago when I went back to Cameroon, I have this yearly concert. It's called He the Well. Shout out to Gordy Pro. He's the one putting that shit together. Shout out to Randy P. We've
Yeah.
been working that every year. I have like a Christmas pop up give back concert that I do. Just bring artists to the platform, just to enhance young talented artists and artists that are working and taking the craft seriously, that are aspiring. So from Cameroon and other African countries. So I've been doing that for the last 4 years. And the last 3 years, I went there. That's why I met Skizzy through Fresh Gang, and it was a vibe. It was the energy. I just met him. It's like when two people met, it's just like the energy was just matching together. Like, and then he started
It
playing me
was
this
right.
single, Barry. I was like, damn, man, I love the beat. So I started vibing to it. Then it was a history after that, man. That's what we got now going.
Mm,
Yeah.
for sure. It's Skeezy. I know you have some big influences. Nas, Tupac. You like a lot of those old school guys. Andre 3000, especially M.I
Yeah.
Abaga.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Those are your
sure.
guys right there.
Damn,
So
you did your homework.
Yeah, Mike is always good with the research. Don't play with him,
Yeah. Man,
man. I know.
Mad Max is crazy. He's just spitting
Yeah.
that shit.
That's a good thing I like about his interview because it's so substantial. He actually
Yeah, yeah.
he does his homework before he comes up to the show.
I appreciate that.
100% intentional. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. I'm actually surprised that you did that research. That's great.
So,
Yeah.
how close are you to even working with maybe someone such as M.I Abaga, especially knowing what he means to Africa and he's just being he's a monumental artist. He's really transcended the culture in a big way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. MI is one of those conscious artists from Africa because one thing about me is that I believe that hip hop and rap is supposed to be informative and educative. And it is also supposed to be that work of art that stands out, that is out to fight for the voice of the voiceless, being there for the masses and everything. So that's one thing that has always gotten me to most of these rappers that you mentioned over there. You'll notice that these rappers that are my influences are those kind of rappers. So they are rappers that I will wish one day to have them on my project. So M.I Abaga is on top of that list. He's just a neighbor though. And
Yeah,
I think we are going to make that happen,
Yeah,
definitely.
he's from Nigeria.
I could definitely see that
Yeah,
happening. And what were something that you were
yeah,
able to take away from just working with Big Hooks, because he's someone that's been in the game for a while now, from the music to the money, he has his own book. So have you learned any important tips from him just from being in the studio with him and running around with him?
yeah, for sure. I learned a lot, especially when it comes to the business of the music, how things run. Like Big Hooks is monumental. Big Hooks is a whole school, you know. In fact, it's a whole university on its own. Yeah, so I actually learned a lot from him when it comes to the business of the music. I also appreciate one thing about Big Hooks is the fact and the thing that I hope that a lot of artists are able to learn from him and from us and the way we are pushing this project, and that is how he treats any collaboration he drops on. Like he takes it personal, he goes in full force and everything, and for that I really appreciate.
He
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
is
man.
someone that he's well-rounded.
Yeah, the energy when somebody is pushing the project that this is song, I was just like, I gotta
Yeah,
enhance. I have to put my energy all to it too, because it's a
yeah,
dope song,
100.
and
100.
a lot of DJs, a lot of radio stations, TV stations, they just gravitating to the song, and he's pushing. The
Yeah,
thing is, he's been working for so long, Mike. I didn't even know, and when I met him, he has been very consistent. And I like artists like that. I like to work with artists that, match my energy and that can even outbeat my work ethic. So when I see him working, I was like, man, this dude is he's so working hard. He probably just he needs some, few. I can't say I'm the best when it comes to the business, but at the end of the day, the other hand, have the other hand. He got his own thing that I learned from him as well. And when it comes to the business part, I got a lot of experience that I've made and I've managed artists. So I just felt like he need a touch, a little enhancement in terms of the marketing, management, and the, you know,
management. Yeah,
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 promotional aspect of the project because, at the end of the day, he's a dope artist and he's been consistent. And I just feel like he deserve and earn where he is right now, for real. It's not that I'm doing it to get anything back. I think, we all on a common goal for the project and for our nation where we're from Cameroon, to be on the map as well, and also in the US as well to be recognized. You know what I mean? So I feel like
yeah.
he earned it because he's been consistent and he's been working extremely hard on his craft and art. You know what I mean?
Especially with the new single too, with the remix, the Beri remix. I have to compliment it because it does, when me reading the article on it, it puts all three categories into one, with the old traditional hip hop lyrically, and then the trap and the drill.
Yeah,
It's like a blend of all
yeah,
three subgenres into one.
exactly, exactly,
Absolutely.
100. You got that right.
Yeah, no one's done that either. It's rare, it's unique.
Yeah, Mike,
Yeah,
that's why
yeah,
we're so versatile, you know what I mean? We're
yeah,
very
yeah,
versatile
yeah,
artists. For me, yeah, I can go with all type of beats, I can and that's artistic. That's the art where Skiezy always said you need to be capable of,
yeah,
adapting to all kind of beats they put you as an artist.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that way we bring everything on the table, and that's why you see the music never dies. People always gonna love it for longevity, you know what I mean?
This is something too with this track. It was a representation of where you guys are from. So what do you feel as though that people still may not know the message and just what's not really out there that you're still trying to get across to the people about what Cameron is really about?
Yeah. The thing is, Cameroon is a country where I think we have a lot of resources. We have I have a lot of talented people, but the industry itself, like the music industry, is still slow. It's still like a virgin industry, still growing. And since we're neighboring country to Nigeria, everybody just be focusing on Nigeria, but there's a lot of talent in Cameroon, like Skiezy himself. So I was like, okay, me going back there to tap in and trying to create the bridge, And this song, I actually rap in the local street language. I didn't rap full in English. I mixed it up, which is called Pidgin English. And Nigerians, they be using that, but the recognition has been more because of the market is bigger than Cameroon market. But this song for me, my goal is to push it so they can recognize as well that we do this speaking English and we can go that route as well and also bring it back to English and also bring it back to French as well, and into our dialects. Because Cameroon has different, like 200 different local dialects. And that's what Skizzy is singing on the hook line,
Yeah.
which means a lot.
Yeah.
Beri means like he's thankful to life, thankful to many things, and he can expatiate it.
Yeah.
Skizzy, you can talk about Beri, man. I think Beri means a lot.
Yes, for sure. Continuing from where Big Hookz had to end, Beri is our hood. Beri is also an appreciation for the Most High. Like I told Big Hookz, that this song, when I wrote this song during the period of my life when I was really down health-wise. Like I was actually down for like 4 years. And then this song came to me during this period, and it was kind of an appreciation. And then that hip hop and music is all about double entendre. It's all about using allegory. It's all about using come up with double meanings, like you're playing with words. Where I come from, Beri means appreciation. I'm thanking God for everything. And then I am representing with this art, which is what I got and what I'm pushing out there.
That's big. It's really going to transcend too, because it's already touching the people, and it's going to be something
Yeah.
that's monumental to look back on and see what
Yeah.
you were ahead of. You were really ahead of the game here. No one else was on this level.
And for most of them who also watch the video, they can also see, because we also try to paint a picture of how Beri looks like. So you can also see it's not just the words, it's also the motion pictures that have been captured to like show how beautiful this hood is. And it's no longer what it used to be. Like people when you talk to them about my hood, what they always think about is negative. It's hood, it's street, it's every negative thing you can think about. So I'm trying to also paint a better picture of that hood and where I come from.
Shout out to Bonaberi, 237 Bonaberi. What's the code again, Skizzy? 339, right?
Yeah. 339. 339. It's the only city in Bonaberi that has a code. Yeah. It's the only city that has a code. Like, don't play with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak on the development of just a music scene out in Cameroon, because it's usually the lack of money. Just me doing the research behind what you've spoken about in the past, Skiezy, before. So how can we start bringing money flow to Cameroon to really start developing a scene out there? Because would it be with more concerts, shows? How can we really develop a structure for you guys out there?
That's a good question right there, Mike. I'll let Skizzy talk about that because he's seen the in-depth and they kind of it's political, man. Let him talk about that.
Yeah. The thing is, our system is not built to support arts. Like art art is the last thing that our system thinks about. And then too, we lack investors, like investors too, who believe in the craft and who believe in art. But I don't actually blame the investors, because if the system, first of all, does not believe in art, then you don't expect an investor to also believe in it in order to invest. So if we can have a structuring of our industry, And then we now have investors too who are coming in order to pump in money into this sector. We also have it at the level of education to also educate the parents to understand that this craft is something that also put food on the table, you know, because when you talk about doing music and doing art, parents are always like they shun it out because while you're growing up, they want you to be a doctor, they want you to be a lawyer, they want you to be any other thing
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna add to
but
that,
an artist
Mike.
because you
Yeah,
know.
let me add to that, Mike. Let me add to that. Since I've been going back and forth to Cameroon trying to do the show, Mike, that's one of my major goals actually. Trying to create a whole bridge, create the
Yeah,
exposure, create a lot of like put Cameroon on the map in terms of me being in the US and also being established as an artist in the US. That's
yeah,
why I'm putting up this show. So I feel like the hear the word concert that I've been doing is also to create that bridge, also to create that exposure, recognition from the world itself. From the bigger market like New York. I take it back. I go to New York, and it was one of the biggest market in the world, and New York, LA. So people be seeing that. That way it attracts a lot of investors that are interested to come back to Africa to like in Cameroon
yeah,
to throw up the funds and invest. But now the thing is about it's about the people, what the people doing there when trying to create the structure. So from my experience doing that, I feel like it's a lack of structure, collaboration among the people that understand the art, like what this Steve is saying, which first of all,
yeah,
they need to create a system where they can accommodate people like us, because I've been there 4 years, going there back and for 4 years, but I still have a whole kind of challenge, even running around the media. I could see some kind of,
yeah.
there's first of all buyers, there's a lot of buyers when you
Bias.
come from the
It's bias.
diaspora, and it's kind of,
Yeah,
how would I put it? You know, I just believe it's more education, it's more consistency on what I'm doing. I will never live back or fall back from my country where I was born. And that's why I still come there and I still support the system to support the artists because I think it needs more time for people to get it. So I think over time, people are going to understand and the system is growing more bigger and the artist itself. Because my challenge that I have is one of the things that when I come there, most of these artists, they call themselves big artists there. They even find it difficult to meet me. You understand, Mike? I mean, I'm very open book. And most of them that come to the US, I've supported them in terms of their show. But when they come to the US, they feel attacked. They can't reach the people that can put them in this platform. You know, touch the people, right people, or put the people, or touch the base on the people that can help you carry up a media to carry on to radio station, help you put you on this certain platform. But what they do, they mostly
yeah,
focus all around the environment of Cameroon, which that's not how you grow up the system. Well, Nigeria has been doing, the people here in Nigeria, they're so collaborative. And each and every club that is run by a Nigerian, or let me just quote you an example like Atlanta. If you go to every club in Atlanta, they're making sure they're playing Nigerian music like 90%, and they're supporting the artists. But when it comes to, places like DC or DC is one of the biggest, or let me say Texas. They look the artists from Cameroon, not they don't respect the artists from Cameroon. In terms of
yeah,
giving them that
yeah,
platform, playing their music, giving them more opportunity because of our mindset. So that being said, I feel like I'm there to push this envelope. Well, that's why I come to Cameroon most of the time. Push the envelope, try to educate people through this concept, give young artists, aspiring artists, this platform where they can learn also and also grow. That way, the system
yeah,
is growing and the government, because we have a problem of a whole structure, which the government, they have to recognize what is art. They have to recognize what is music business. A lot of people see music business as bullshit. A lot of family don't understand.
yeah,
It's not that people picking up and understanding that this is a business. It can actually grow and make you wealthy. So most people just think that it's not about getting rich. It's about creating that generational wealth with what you're doing. And music can lead you there if you follow the right route, which is the business side of it. I always try to tell Skiezy because Skiezy is a guy that I also learned from him. Yeah, in talk, and we also, share ideas. So I feel like we are the people right now, and since we've got this experience, we're helping out to build the structure and put your envelope in front of the right people. So it's gonna take some time, but I feel like we're getting there. We're getting there already. We've put already 4 years of concert, which the last one was very successful. And now we're trying to get all these bigger enterprise, like, let's say MTN, Orange, and even the main CRTV, Cameroon biggest TV station, to come on board to be a part of it, where it can get everyone to look towards this route, how to grow up the industry. And if we come together, it's going to be more easier. And I feel like that's the route to go. So we're on the right platform. And I think it's just a structural issue, Mike. Let me just cut the hose, make it shorter,
For sure. For sure.
Skiezy, you mentioned it before too, because you said it earlier, intentional, that people need to be more intentional out in Cameroon, especially when getting into the industry, because they're more in love with the showbiz instead of just putting the work in and developing something.
Yeah, that's the truth about it, is that a lot of people here are not that intentional.
It looks like this phone is breaking up.
They are not that intentional. And then they need to work hard, because most of the artists too, I can also blame them, because
Hope it kind of froze up a little bit. It looks like
they don't put in the work.
Another
reason too is because they come into. I also think probably they get into the music scene for the wrong reasons. Like some of them get into the music just because they want their friends in the neighborhood to look at them differently. Some of them got into the music because they want girls to be going after them. Some of them get into it because they want money, or they want to be they want to be popular. And when that is not happening in a short time, they get desperate, they get depressed, and they finally have to leave it, forgetting that this thing is art. This thing is something that you need to pinch, you need to take your time, you need to work, you need to double up, you need to push it 100%, because art needs time and art needs content. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So most of them too, they are chasing after hit songs instead of doing projects. Mm-hmm. And I always tell them that I always prefer working on projects, because when you work on projects, they are able to understand who the artist is. They are able to understand your universe. You are able to show people an artistic direction, where you are heading to and where you are coming from. So there are a whole lot of mechanism when it comes to this thing that they still have to get it. They still have to get it. I've been doing this thing since 99, 2000. Wow. We are talking about 25 years now.
When I heard that, I was
I'm
still impressed. I didn't know that
I'm still here,
and longer than I had.
Yeah. I even laugh at times and tell them that their grandkids will come and meet me still rapping, Yeah,
that tells you how Skiezy love. He loved the he loved the art. I respect that, man.
Yeah,
I respect. Yeah,
you could tell, especially with his influences, and it comes across in the music.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just tell right there. And you have a background too with going to school, Skiezy, with performing arts, I think literature as well. So what are some things you want to push forward more?
Max. Mad Max.
Yeah, Mike, he does some research about you, bro. it's like Mike's like FBI, bro.
Man, you're the real G, bro. You're the real G.
I appreciate that.
You're actually doing what I always tell Big Hooks about
Hmm.
what we have here in Cameroon. This is what we don't have.
Correct.
Like people people who get to interview you and they are intentional about
Correct. Correct.
trying to dig in and find stuff about you. Yeah,
Right.
Matt, I actually read I have a BA in literature in English, and then I have a minor in performing and visual arts. Like I say, I have always been intentional.
Mhm.
From the day I started doing this art, I knew that this is what I want to do. So even while going to school, I made sure that the arts department is where I want to be in order to develop and to understand, to develop my craft, my writings.
Yeah, keep freezing.
Oops,
I
got
had to
froze.
take a degree in literature, visual art, where I had to do courses on theater, music and dance, stage movement, because these are some of the things that a lot of artists ignore. They don't know that they don't know that as an artist, you need to learn how to use a stage. How do you
Yeah.
move on a stage?
Artist
You know,
artist development.
most of
Yeah.
them are not intentional about that. Yes, that's why when some of them get on stage, they are so boring. Like you don't even feel them. They are not able
Mhm.
to connect. So that's how I've
Right.
been intentional about the art. And that's why if you get into my art, you find something different. Like from all of my albums. Every album I drop is something different. It's a different story. It's a different time. It's a different context. And the content and the form are also very different. They are not always the same.
It's always different. It's always a different message. That's important. You got to change up the subject matter. A lot of times, I know artists today, it's more,
Yeah, for
they're not
sure.
intentional. It's not about the art.
Yeah, yeah. It's because what they are doing is not art. What
Mhm.
they do is art for art's sake.
It's true.
They are artists who don't know what art is, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They are artists who don't know what art is. And they are artists who are after art for art's sake, which is something we don't do around here.
Right.
It's true. It really is. And I wanted to follow up too on the performing arts and just the with your work in literature. Is there something that you want to do aside music? Because I know Big Hooks, he's well rounded, pharmaceutical, he's wrote a book, he's involved in a lot of areas. So what are
Man,
some
yeah.
other things that you
Right.
want to get involved with? You want to write a book? Do you want to, what's
Yeah,
something you want to do?
Right.
yeah, for sure. I have a book.
Right.
I
Very
actually have a
interesting,
book
man.
which is
Oh, he
already
has a book.
ready. Yeah, I have a book which is ready. It has been ready
Oh.
since last year. So
Oh,
the only
wow.
thing I've been looking for was like a publisher to get
Okay.
it published. But the book is ready. Yes, I also have like a collection of poetry that is
That's
also
amazing,
ready.
amazing, amazing book, man. I'm gonna link you up to with amazing book. They're the guys that helped me
Yes.
to publish my book, man. Put it up, man. Shout
Wow.
out to amazing book.
Wow,
I'm gonna let you.
brother.
I didn't know you have a book though. So I didn't know that you have one.
I have a book.
I
I
didn't
have a
know.
book
So
and yeah, the book is closer to my second album, Kimanka. You remember my
okay.
second album, Kimanka? Yes.
Yeah,
The
I remember.
book is closer. The book is closer
Can you
to that.
can you tell us the title or you don't wanna say it now?
Oh, the title of the book is The Gonzo Festival as Popular Theater. So I
Oh,
looked
okay.
at I looked at popular theater in the Ngonso Festival. Ngonso Festival is like a popular festival from where I come from. And I looked at it from the background of popular theater and black aesthetics.
Hmm. Okay, well, that's
Yeah,
kind of deep, man. Kind of deep. So yeah, I'm gonna link you up with an
yeah.
amazing book.
Yeah.
Amazing book. Yeah, they can help you with that, to get that book published. Yeah,
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
That's
100.
fire. Yeah,
Oh,
let's
I
get that
never knew I
done.
didn't tell you about it. We'll get it done.
yeah,
We'll get it done.
That's going to be big. Yeah, you both got books now. How about you, Hooks? Are you thinking about doing a follow-up, a part two to this book that you originally released?
yeah. Music to the morning, man. From the music to the morning. Yeah, I'm looking to do a little bit more in terms of the marketing and the business part of the book because that book, my book was more of like introduction experiences that I made, guiding artists, what they should watch out, like contracts and scammers, haters, like, those factors where, when you're getting into the industry as an artist, you want to pay more close attention to it. So now I'm thinking to do a
Yeah,
follow-up to show artists like, okay, this is it. You see, you came up from that point, now we're at this point. So now you want to take it more and treat it more towards the business part of it. And also think of doing different things. It's not just music, because sometimes music is you can't be too narrow-minded in music. Like, it's gonna take you a long while for you to start seeing the money. Sometimes, like I said, it's a process. But you want to think of different method of being around the music. Like, you create a podcast, do stuff like what you're doing. Like, it's not just about creating the
yeah,
music, different aspect where it can generate you income as well. Because as an artist, like Skizzy was saying, sometimes if you focus towards on the money part of it, you can get easily frustrated. You want to really love what you're
yeah,
doing, you want to really love the art, that fine. You have to treat it like a business, like I said, because the business is the backbone of
yeah,
anything you're doing. If you treat yourself as a business, it's going to lead you to that direction, even without thinking about the money, which means creating opportunities. Opportunities bring wealth. That's what generates a lot of wealth. These artists that don't understand. Some of them will come in the game, they burn all the
yeah.
bridges, they burn everything, burn all the opportunities. You know, like me, I'm talking right
I'm
now.
telling you.
Putting out to the next people. Amazing book gonna help him for his book. So that's how it goes. It's like a whole tree. So that's my next follow up for my book, just to and like oh
That's
show
amazing.
or
That's
yeah,
amazing.
bring artists to understand that music you can take it to different direction. Not just the music creating the
Wow.
music in the studio and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa.
And
that's
also marketing, also generating, also because now it's so content driven. Everything you go on YouTube, you have to learn how to monetize. All those type of things. I'll bring them in
Yeah,
my book.
yeah,
Monetization and
yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah. Streams. Because most of the what biggest streams like Spotify, they do pay, but you can create your own platform where you can generate money. People don't know Bandcamp. Bandcamp pay a lot, even than Spotify. Those are platform people don't know. Everyone focus on Spotify, everyone focus on Audio Man,
yeah,
everyone be looking at iTunes, but you got some other hidden platforms like Bandcamp. Those are things that I'll bring in my book for artists to see. That is, but I think right now a lot of artists are smart. The one that they know how to work the system in terms of the internet, because the internet is very powerful. You can make a lot of money from it, but you
yeah,
still need guidance. And like Skizzy was saying, most of these artists they get the money, but they don't know how to even work, like perform on stage because they don't have artist development. So my book, I think
yeah,
I'll bring that where I'm guiding people towards that, also from the previous one, and
yeah,
making
yeah,
you be so successful and be stronger in your art, what you're doing. You know, that's my goal.
yeah,
that's vital. That's important.
yeah.
That's going to be real
Amazing.
helpful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mike, he always asks Mike question. I love this interview because he be tapping from all angles that you don't even
I
Yeah, for
appreciate
sure,
it.
for sure. For sure, for
Skizzy,
sure.
I wanted to get into your journey because we talked a lot about the important factors of linking with hooks and just your background with going to school and things like that. But why don't we get into the barriers that you've been breaking down for 20 plus years now? Because I know about Hook's journey going to Germany and then coming to the States. So what are
Yeah.
some of the things that you've been battling so far to get to the point to where you're at right now, your journey?
Okay. My journey has really been with a lot of ups and downs. Like I said, I started music in 1999, 2000, and one has been pushing it real hard. I was with we first of all had a bigger crew, a crew that was just like Rough Riders or Wu-Tang Clan, like of more than 30 rappers. Like we used to call it Survivors Clan. And then inside Survivors Clan, I met one of my friends with whom we decided to have our own crew aside aside belonging to Survivors Clan. We used to call it Nasen Boys. And then we met another guy on the way of our journey. And then we now changed from Nascent Boys to Young Huda Kings. And then from Young Huda Kings, I had to pursue with my education, while the others two they were in other cities. And then later on, I traveled out of the country. I was in Dubai. I was in Dubai for like 5 years, and during my stay in Dubai, I actually had a pause. I actually had a pause in the music during that 5 years, and I was more about educating and talking to people about art. And then since I had changed my name, because I they used to call me before Sky Daddy, and then I had now
No,
changed my name to Skiezy. Yeah, I had now
Sky
changed
Daddy,
my name
Sky
to
Daddy. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So
Okay.
I now changed my name to Skiezy. So a lot of people never knew that Skiezy and Sky Daddy is the same people. So I used to see
Mm.
some of them with a big mouth like, who are you? You're always talking about what to do, what can you do, blah, blah, blah. So um after listening to some of them say that, I was like, man, these guys want to take me out of retirement.
And American they
So
call you Sky Easy. Can
yeah,
you
they
just
call
say
me
it? Yeah,
Sky.
that's how they would call your name. That's how people
Yeah,
been calling your name.
yeah, for
Sky Easy.
sure.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah.
bro. Sorry. Mm.
So I had now to come back and lace like a double cover for them to know who is the boss in town. So after I dropped that double cover, they all went crazy. They all went crazy. And then after that, I now decided that, oh, this is the right time to come back. And then I came in with my album The Chase.
Mhm.
The Chase. The Chase was one of the, it was my first mixtape as an independent artist, because now I was an independent artist. So I came up now with The Chase. After The Chase, I dropped Kimanka, which is about celebrating the African culture, the Africanness, telling African stories,
Mm.
tell trying to educate the people with oral tradition, because in Africa, before we had oral tradition, it was our way of educating people without going to school. That is stories that are transmitted, written down. So if you listen to Kemanka, you discover that some of the songs are more traditional, more cultural, more African, and with that identity. So while I was working on Kimanka, I had to come back to Cameroon because I needed to learn my mother tongue, like my African dialect. So I took 2 years. I learned this dialect, and then I laced an album titled Kimanka. And a lot of people were like shocked that I could speak that language, and I could write so well in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, I was complaining about a lot of singers in the industry who don't give opportunities for rappers to jump on their projects. So because of this, I decided now to let them to know that when I started music, I never started as a rapper. I started as a singer. So I now decided to
Okay.
work on an album titled "The Heartbeat," which is all R&B. So I sing, and then I now invited rappers to rap, so as to tell them that this is what you need to do, because um, I am always thinking about the community. I'm always thinking about means of solving situations and how to build, you know. So we dropped the heartbeat, and after that, we dropped the fixed tape. Then after the fixed tape, there was now like kind of a war between the older generation and the new generation in my country. Like
Mm-hmm.
the older generation has been complaining that the newer generation, their 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 lyrical content is weak. They don't have the source and everything, and they don't their content and the way they write without unity and coherence, and then they don't know how to handle thematics. So the younger generation too came in like, this is our time. Our time is drill music that is popping. And this is the kind of thematic that comes in with drill music. So I now decided now to say, okay, I am from the older generation. Let me be the bridge between the older generation and the new generation. And let me also let the older generation understand that art is supposed to evolve with time, and art is supposed to be a mirror of the society of that time. Let's put everything into context and perspective. So I now decided to work on the drill. The drill now for me, like I call it the drill. It is about digging. If you look at the album cover, you're going to find my head. My head is on the album cover, which means everything that is going on is going inside my head, which is the drill. The drill means to educate, to inform. The drill means to dig and to discover. And the drill is a sound, which is drill music, which is actually popular in Chicago, UK, and now in Africa with the Afro drill. So I now decided now that as an African, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuse my own drill with Afro sounds and make it unique and different. And then I am going to do what the older generation is complaining about when it comes to the newer generation. That is, their lyrics, they don't write meaningful lyrics. Their lyrics lack substance and everything. So I now decided now to deconstruct this, thereby showing the newer generation that, okay, this is what the older generation is expecting from you. And then I also make the older generation to understand that this is also what you can do in order to convince the newer generation to follow and to lead with the art. So if you get inside the drill, you are going to find multiple messages. Like Beri with Big Hookz, you could get it. It's all about motivation, determination, pushing you to work hard and everything. If you get inside the song, Get Back Up, I say it there. When you fall, always get back up. Don't stay down there on
And
the
what's that
floor.
song? That
There is
song
a
for your
song
for
too
your for
there.
your
It's
daddy,
titled Letter to
for your
Dad.
dad. Yeah, I love that one too.
Yes, for my
Yeah.
dad. Yes, there is a song there titled Letter to Dad. Why did I write the song Letter to Dad? First of all, I wrote a song titled Letter to Mom.
Okay.
It kind of froze up a little bit.
Kind of froze up. Yeah.
Was kind of inspired from Tupac's Dear Mama. Yeah, so I now decided like artists are never writing for their fathers. The father is always ignored.
Oh, I think it's frozen again.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Meanwhile, the father is the person that goes through every struggle in this life. The father is never there. The father is out there bustling his ass and pushing, and everybody is fine. But the kids are always like, dad is not always there. Mom is always there.
Hello?
Oh, oh, Skiezy, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It kind of drowned out a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So
So
are
I
we
think
on now?
yeah, we're good now. I think we left off still at the song you wrote about the fathers. It was inspired by Tupac's Dear Mama, but
Yes. Yes. So I was talking about Letter to Dad, and I was saying that the father is always ignored. Like everybody thinks that dad is not always there, not knowing that dad is not there because he is out there working hard so that you should be fine. But since dad is not there and mom is always present, mom gathers all the credit. So letter to dad is also my own maturity growing up now and now understanding, being a man, I can now understand what my father used to go through. So I decide now to now write a letter to dad. And Letter to Dad is also one of my favorite songs from the Drill album. So that's just how my journey has been. If you look at it, it is always about art and the society, my experience. My art is shaped by everything that happens to me and everything that goes on around me.
When did the A&R experience really come in? When did you start to put that in the full effect? Because you do some A&R work too.
Yes, yes. The A&R work came in when because I'm also a songwriter.
Hmm.
Aside aside singing for myself, I also write for other artists, and I also take part in managing, and I managed and coached some other younger artists. Like I had I had I have had like two artists under my wings, um who were out there, whom I was practically their manager and doing A&R for them, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is when that came in. But for now, we are back to Skiezy Ayenkea, focusing back on
Yeah,
us
focus on you
in
know.
in our in in what we need, because someone once told me that you cannot take people where you have never been, you know,
It's
and
true.
that hit me real hard,
Uh-huh.
you know, that hit me real hard.
Yeah.
That don't try to take people where you've not been. So now I want to be where I want to take people to. So
And that's sometimes that
Yeah.
you have to do that in order to get people to a place that you want to be. You got to put yourself first at times, and then you can help others out
yeah,
if they're
Right.
loyal,
yeah,
that is. So that's
yeah,
that's the mindset that you have to have. And just speaking
yeah.
about everything that you guys have going on. So what's next that you guys can really speak on that's on the way that we can expect shortly?
For me, this is more about Skiezy and stuff. For me, I got the project coming up, and um, I'm looking to other different ventures and different opportunities, and keep going back to Africa to enhance aspiring artists like Skiezy. Um,
Yeah,
I'm other young talented artists as well. But for now, I got a tour that's coming up. I think Skiezy gonna be part of it as well for the African dates in
yeah,
Dubai. We have dates in Dubai from I think from 20 August 29 to
yeah,
September the 6th, and then sometime in October we have a whole day in Africa as well, which will be from Malawi, be to Zambia and
yeah.
Uganda.
Egypt,
Um, yeah, Egypt
Egypt
as
in
well. So
September. Yeah,
yeah, so that's what
yeah,
I'm looking for. And my album, I'm looking forward to drop it in July. I haven't confirmed it yet, since going through the level, which should be like the
yeah,
third. The deluxe album one, Afro hip hop. For me, I try to, you know, connect the two just to represent the background where I'm from, and also, keep it real because I'm a,
yeah.
I'm a hip hop head as well. But to stay relevant and stay consistency and and keep the business going, you have to adapt to some little trendy thing that's going on, even though you create your own trend. But right now, listening lifespan, people listening span is too short. So
Mhm.
you have to even try to adapt to those
Yeah,
certain things.
yeah,
And the internet, you have to learn how to break the internet as well in terms of like
yeah.
monetizing streams, how to get high
Hmm.
quality streams, different aspects. So I'm working to that and tapping into that, bringing that towards the book I told you about, and then I'll drop this album, which should be
Yeah,
more 10 song each of them. I have a lot of songs that I recorded, but that will be like one of my last projects I will do, and just focus more on the management and managing of artists as well. Because I have like three artists on that straight team, and Skizzy is coming in too. So that's what I'm doing. So I let Skizzy. I know he got some things in his pipeline
yes,
as
sir.
well. Yeah.
For sure, boss man. I even have a surprise for you. Get
Okay.
ready. You're going to be receiving the surprise in your mail in the days ahead. Like
Oh yeah.
last
Okay.
week, last week I started working on an album, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I'm already done, almost done with all the recordings. I have just two recordings left, and we are going to
Okay.
record them tomorrow. And then the
Okay.
days ahead, the mix and masterings are going to go down, and I will send the project to you. The project is titled Rhythm, Vibes, and Wit.
Oh, that's great.
Mm.
That's
So
good.
Rhythm
Looking
Vibes
forward to
and
that.
Wait is on the
Hmm.
way. So yeah, get ready.
Looking forward
I
to that.
believe I
Yeah.
believe you're gonna love this one. You're definitely gonna love this one
Yeah, I can't wait to
because
listen to it, man.
it's
Looking
more
forward.
colorful. It's more colorful. It's more
Yeah.
colorful, and then the thematics too. And then I have one melancholic song in there. Oh my
Hmm.
God, that song will got people crying. Like
That's good. That's good. Hmm.
definitely.
Good.
I really spike emotions on that song. So we have a lot that is coming up, like Big Hook said. Actually, I had already two albums recorded that I was planning to let out after the drill. But few weeks back I decided that with how the drill is going and everything is going, and from a couple of discussions that I have had with Big Hooks. So I decided that okay, let me get back into the studio and wrap up something that is going to be in that artistic direction, so that he can listen to it, and then we see how it roll straight team.
Hmm. Yeah. Shout out to Fresh Gang. Mike, they got a project coming up. That's one of my artists. They in the UK. Fresh
Okay.
Gang. I'm looking forward. You're probably gonna touch base with them, interview them. They're great.
Yeah, I gotta check them
Right now.
out for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And Skiezy, is it a goal for you to get to the States? Is that something that you're working on as well? Knowing that was Hook's journey. He's here. He's got some development, and he's established himself here as well.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Definitely we
Yeah,
have to get there
he'll be
because
coming soon.
because
He'll be coming soon to do
yeah,
some shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the pipeline. It's in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's like where everything started. That's the hop of showbiz. So we have to get in there. We have to flow in there. We have to link up in there. So it's important. We're coming
Yeah.
very soon.
Sure.
That's fire. And I see you got the Wolves hat on. Are you a Timberwolves fan?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Unfortunately, you guys got whooped yesterday.
I'm a
You guys
Lakers
are
man
out.
too. And I'm a snapback kind of person though.
Snapback. Yeah, I like snapback.
Mike, what is your team? You Lakers?
Me,
I
I'm a
think you got
Knicks
a Lakers.
fan. I'm a Knicks
Knicks,
fan,
okay.
but I'm rocking the
Yeah,
Laker hat today.
Yeah, I see that.
yeah,
Yeah.
rocking the Lakers now.
I want to see the Knicks win. I'll tell you this here, Big Hooks. I'll throw a reference at your song "Haters." I'm not a
Okay.
hater, but when it comes to the Indiana Pacers, I hate them because anytime the Knicks
Hmm.
have made the playoffs, they've always been beaten by the Pacers. So there you go.
Haters having anger towards everyone reaching success. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that song.
Well, I don't know if the Pacers reached the success. They just beat the Knicks. They never win championships. That's the thing.
No, yeah, they still got one to go though. It's 3-2 now. So
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, I'm
the
hoping the
Knicks
Knicks
might come
win.
back. I'm hoping the Knicks. I'm for the Knicks as well. Because
Yeah.
New York is my place. I'm always there, even though I
Yeah.
live in DC. Yeah.
And it's good for the NBA. I know everyone, I don't know why everyone has this weird hatred towards the Knicks. I mean, they never win. They've been terrible for years
Yeah.
prior to Brunson and Randall getting back here. So I
Yeah.
I don't understand why everyone hates the Knicks. They never win, but it would be good for basketball and the city
I
for
think yeah, it will be good, man. I would love if they could challenge and go to the like 7 games, man. It don't matter if they go to the finals, but at least they've accomplished something for the Eastern Conference finals. For real.
yeah, show some more heart.
Exactly. It's been a
Yeah.
long time coming. The links have been really down, though.
It has, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hoping here for the Knicks. And guys, I want to thank you both for coming on the show here today. Enjoyed speaking with both of you, especially with the new record that you got out right now, the Beri remix. So make
Yo,
sure everyone go download that, stream it, go check out the video on YouTube. You could go check out those visuals. And guys, what are some of your final words
yeah.
here that you have for the show here today? Let them know where they can follow you on
Ma-
Instagram and Twitter and all that as
Mike,
well.
Mike, appreciate you, man. Always, always,
Of
man.
course.
Thank you so much. And I always love the way you interview. I was telling Skizzy to expect that, and I think he did a good job too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can follow me on Big Hooks, which is BIGHOOKZ on all social media platform, and make sure you go check out that Berry and Skizzy album, Drift. It's the fire, man. That album been rolling 1 year. I was listening back again in my car. I love this song like Toastara, Toastara. But my mom don't love that song. My mom listens to it. It's
Yeah,
like, hey, this is a song. My mom doesn't like it. But I love
yeah,
it. That's one of my favorite songs.
for sure.
So yeah, make sure you look out, for the new
You
project.
know,
And
you know why your mom loves it? Your mom loves it because of the sample. Your mom
she
loves it
loved the
because of the
sample,
sample. It
but
has
she
a
don't
crazy
love the
sample in there.
Toastara. Can you
Yeah,
hear me? She loved the sample, but she don't love the record in terms of what you say. Say Toastara, toast. My mom like.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so look up for the project and follow me on all social media platforms. Skiezy, I'll let you say the last word, man.
Okay. Mad Max, I want to say I appreciate you a lot, bro. I appreciate you 100%. Like uh you just gave me one of the best evening to remember for the rest of my life, you know? Like this is like what I've always been crying for when it comes to media personalities and interviews and all that. I just had one of the best moments with you on this show. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you for taking out time in order to talk to us, talk about our project that is out already. Berry Remix is everywhere. Go check it out. Skiezy, Ayenkea, Big Hookz, we coming, more projects coming up. So for those who want to check out, the name is Skiezy Ayenkea, SkiezyAyenkea. Skiezy Ayenkea on every social media platform. Let's go. The journey has just begun.
It has.
Thank you,
Thank you,
man.
Skizzy. That
Thank you
means a
so much,
lot.
Mad
Thank you
Mad
for your
Max. Thank you.
comments. That really hit home. It means the world. Thank you for that. Means a lot. And we're gonna be getting down this again too. Once you got some more stuff that you have on the way that you're ready to promote. I know you got a lot on the way, but when you're ready
For
to go
sure.
on another press run,
Yeah.
we got to do this again.
Thank you, Max.
All
Appreciate it.
right.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Of
Thank you.
course.
All right.
Salute.
All
I'm
right.
looking forward to the new music, guys.
All right.
All
Appreciate it, man. Thank
right.
you.
Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Appreciate it.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.